Hey YouTube, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing all right. Alright, I wanted to show you guys some things that I got from Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and I've done hauls from those places, and I have been continuing to shop at those places, but I have not been consistent about doing hauls. But I kind of want to get consistent again with doing hauls when I do shop. I don't want to shop just to do hauls, but if I'm going to go there and get something, then, I want to show you guys. I think another area of struggle, which I'll talk about this, then I'll get in and show you what I got. But I think another area of struggle, hopefully you can hear me. I have my temporary, you know what, maybe I should turn that off. Can you hear me okay? Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have like I have my air conditioner on, then I have like a temporary unit on. I don't know, might be noisy, but I feel like I've heard other YouTubers who live, not even just in my area, but in the US and various areas, there, it's like very hot, very hot. There's like heat wave or whatnot. So anyway, what was I saying? So hopefully the sound is okay, but yeah, I've been wanting to get consistent with hauls. I think one of the areas of struggle is I might go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx or hit up some of those stores, and on one round of shopping trips, I might get 3 or 4 things or whatnot. I might get nothing, or I might get 1 or 2 things. I usually walk out with, I usually at least get something, but sometimes I think in the moment, I think, okay, maybe that's not quite enough to do a haul. You know what, I'm thinking of, all right, now, okay, I'm thinking of some things that I forgot to bring over. Should I bring those over now? I don't want to edit this video. So I'm gonna like run up and get those things. I'm just gonna leave me running out of the room really quick, and I cannot be bothered to edit the video. This shirt though, this is from Ross. Ross is also included in that category. This is like, looks very awkward what I'm doing. It has the Nike embroidered on black, kind of right in the middle, which I like. I do like that kind of look. So this shirt, this is in a size small, but it's oversized, so it kind of works. And then here, while I stand up, I'll show you my shorts. These are also from Ross, all right? So these shorts, these are Echo Unlimited. If you can see, I know the angle's like, I like these, they're kind of big and baggy. I am going to run and get a couple things real quick, and then I will be right back, but just enjoy here. This picture, I got this from Ross. Okay, it's kind of reflecting, which I'm not trying to make it super reflective. This surfboard, like Chanel surfboard, like that's kind of neat. All right, hang on for like 1 minute, okay? I'm coming. All right, I'm coming back. Hang on 1 second. All right, I don't think I've shown these before, so I am going to, there's like things that I've bought that I'm missing, and I'm like, okay, I don't think I've shown them this, but what if I have? But I think in the majority of it I haven't. Anyway, so let me just get into what I got. Some of the stuff I got today, and then some of the stuff was from previous trips. So I showed you what I'm wearing today, my shirt and my shorts. These are both from Ross. These shoes are actually from Ross. I didn't get these today. I got these maybe about a month or 2 ago. I like them a lot. I've worn them out, so I'm trying not to touch the bottom. I have them like set like this. I should have brought these on my trip because the shoes that I brought were a little bit too tight on my feet for walking. These are a size 11. I think I probably need to just start getting size 11 shoes. These are very cool, Adidas. I like the black and red. I like the black and red design. I'm very into that. I have a few other pairs of like black sneakers, black tennis shoes, another like black and red, and I just really gravitate towards that. I feel like with me, black, like it kind of works because I think contrast is good for me and my skin tone. I'm very fair skin tone, so like I know there's the school of thought that black can be too overpowering, but I think sometimes it can be, but I feel like a lot of times with me the contrast is good. So those shoes, I feel like I didn't showcase those enough, but I wore these today. I need to start getting size 11 because my feet are wider. I talk about that in every video where I talk about shoes, but yeah, I usually get 10 and a half. My feet, like if you measure from heel to foot, okay, like if you have a ruler, my foot is 10 and a half inches long. Have I measured both feet? Because like they can be different lengths. I think I just measured one. Anyway, they're like 10.5 inches long. So I'm like, okay, I'm a size 10.5. I think I even like Googled it, like trying to get technical. So, okay, I'm a size 10.5. My feet are 10.5 inches long. So that makes sense. But really, sometimes, I don't know. I did try on a pair of 11.5s on a different shoe in Ross yesterday. I've been thinking about going back and get them, but I am trying not to just spend. Like, I am very much the school of thought, like, if I see something that I want, within reason, I do tend to just get it, but I have been trying to pace myself and think about other things and whatnot. But anyway, so I tried on a pair of 11.5s. They actually seem like they fit pretty well, so I may have to go from my normal 10.5. Sometimes they can be a bit too long if I get them in a bigger size, but they'll fit better width-wise. So, but then sometimes maybe they'll be okay. So anyway, these do seem to be okay, size 11. So maybe I'm more a true size 11. Speaking, I do have some other shoes to show you guys. I am asking for help as far as advice of what to do. I just have hair all over this, like cat hair. So I don't think I've hauled this, but I bought this shirt. I may have. I don't think I have, but I bought this shirt. I've worn it once. St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, it's a really neat shirt. I've worn it once. I put it through the wash, and look, this is coming off. I didn't put it through the dryer. I did not put this through the dryer. I just put it through the wash, and it's already coming off. Like it's like $20, and I feel like it's not ruined, but like I can't wear it like that, because it's only going to get worse. Like it's only going to get worse. So how do I fix this? Do I need to sew it? Can I sew this? Like, I feel like it was just pressed on there. Is there a simple way to fix this? Is there like an easy way to fix this where it can be durable? Do I need to turn to like needle and thread? Do I know what I'm really doing with needle and thread? I'm sure I could do a makeshift job, but I'm kind of tired of, I feel like everything I do is makeshift, and I feel like I just want something to be done right, and I don't necessarily, anyway, but is there anything I can do about this, like to fix this? Because I like this shirt a lot. I want to wear it. It says it's 100% cotton, but it feels like it has spandex or something in it because it's very stretchy. But anyway, so this shirt, I just thought, I've had this sitting in a spot because I don't know what to do with it. I just don't know what to do with it. I can't wear it like it is because I can't put it in the wash like that, but I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't know how to fix it. Stupidly, after I bought that and had it ruined, then I bought these pants with the same thing on, but I we do go back to our old mistakes frequently. Apparently, I do, for one, in more areas of life than one. Like I am becoming that person in life who I always judged slightly, but now I am walking in his shoes, literally, kind of. Anyway, but these sweatpants, these are very cool. St. Louis Cardinals. It's cool. It has the pink, like the pink and blue gradient, which I do like. I am man enough to wear pink. I most certainly am. I do not mind wearing pink. I actually do like pink. For the longest time, I kind of gravitated away from pink, like, oh, I can't wear pink, but I'm like, I do like it, I do like it. I'm not necessarily going to wear like all pink all the time, but like it's nice. Anyway, so this size large, comfortable. I do like the summer, but I'm kind of ready for fall. It's after, 4th of July was yesterday, so I don't know, are we ready for fall? All right, so those I got from previous trips, and then I have some other stuff from previous trips. So should I finish showing you the shoes? I got quite a few shoes. Let me show this. So this is a sunglass case. I was looking at the sunglasses in TJ Maxx. All of this is either from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Ross. Those stores are kind of more or less interchangeable. Marshalls or TJ Maxx Marc Jacobs case. This is like $5. A sunglass case comes with a, oh bro. All right, hang on, I'll show you that in a second. It comes with a little cleaning cloth for your glasses. I was a little hesitant to get this because it's kind of skinny, and so I'm like, okay, are my sunglasses gonna fit in there? Because the majority of my sunglasses are not going to fit in there, but my sunglasses that I bought in Ireland from Penny's, those do fit. Those actually fit quite well because they're more flat when you fold them down. So I thought maybe it would be good to use for travel. Like I could use it as a travel case for things other than sunglasses, just to throw in my backpack and organize things. So I just kind of had that, but This is like my favorite color, yellow. I feel like this color looks good on me. I feel like this is the color I pull off. This is the color I like. So yellow is kind of a special color to me, and so I didn't want to pass it up. $5, you know, Marc Jacobs. I just thought it's kind of cool. They had a few other ones. I thought about just getting all of them, but I paced myself and just got one. So anyway, at least I have one pair of sunglasses. I have another pair that can fit in, but I feel like it might press them together a little bit, so I don't know if I should keep them there. Anyway, but this sunglass case, also, they have a lot of bag charms at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I just never really looked in that section because it's always kind of in the... They have the jewelry counter, which I do check the jewelry counter. I always check the men's jewelry section, and then I always look at the gold, like the true 10 karat, 14 karat gold section. I usually always look at those two sections of the jewelry counter at least, but they have like kind of separate areas where they have jewelry, but it's usually all women's jewelry. But I was looking at the shoes. I was looking at the shoes, and I'll show you some shoes I got that I was looking at. And then I glanced over, and I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like a bag charm. And I saw a bunch of bag charms, which I am very into that. I had the OG Fendi Monster. I still have it. That was like the OG Labubu. I like the Fendi Monster like even better. The Fendi Monster is very like the bag bugs, you know, with the monster face and the fur. I'm into that. So anyway, so I'm always, as a kid, I was into keychains anyway, but so I'm like, oh, I didn't really know Marshalls, TJ Maxx carried that kind of thing, because it was always in the women's jewelry section. I just never really looked in there. But then once I found, I'm like, okay, let me look. A lot of the bag charms were too feminine for me, for what I would wear. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wear that. Like, I do want them to be more of a guy theme of what I'm going to wear, or like at least unisex, but like I don't want to wear like a big pink heart or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm into pink, but you know, I'm not, bro. Speaking of, I feel like I just broke a nail. I did something anyway, but I saw this of football, and I was looking at Coach. Coach had some things that were kind of similar to this that I was looking at, you know, that I almost bought, but they're like, some of them on eBay were like maybe 30, you know, some of them on the outlet was like 50, which I almost thought maybe I could just do that, but I'm like, okay, you know, you just, where do I draw the line with what I spend? So anyway, so I saw this was like, I think 12 or 13 bucks, something like that, maybe 14, but I thought this was kind of cool. This would kind of scratch the itch for like that, like kind of sports charm that I was looking for. I thought maybe I would take this like little gold medallion off, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the symbol. It's like a griffin, like a lion griffin. I know it's kind of hard to show. And then on the back, I think this is real leather. I don't see where it says genuine leather, but it has the brand. I'm not sure how to say or read the brand, made in Italy. But anyway, so I thought that was kind of nice. So that was like the most manly one they had, the football. So I thought, okay, let me try that. And so that'll kind of scratch the itch. So if I see more that I like, I will get some more, but I do want it to be like kind of more guyish. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be too girly on my backpack or on my keychain. Anyway, so, but it's neat that they do have bag charms at TJ Maxx Marshalls. So let me show you guys some other stuff. This is from a previous trip. This I think I mentioned this in my last video of what I bought from Ireland. I took this with me to Ireland. I didn't wear it. So basically I took it with me. I got it, and it's new. It's like fresh new. I haven't worn it, washed it or anything. It's like fresh new off the rack. I've taken the tag off, but it's like new, you know? So I feel like, okay, I took it with me to Ireland, got it all messed up and wrinkled in the suitcase, you know, and took up space, but I haven't worn it. But this is very nice. This color yellow, I feel like, is a good one. For me, at least. It has like a little bit of orange. It's not mustard. Like, it's not quite mustard. It might be looking kind of mustardish on here. Like, this is more, I don't know, I feel like this is more me, but I feel like I do okay with a little bit of orange. But anyway, this is nice. I wouldn't wear it buttoned up like this. I would wear it all unbuttoned. I just have it like that just to store it. But this is Polo, like the Polo Ralph Lauren brand, custom slim fit. It feels super soft. Even when I was checking out, the girl's like, wow, that feels super soft. I'm like, I know, right? Size medium. I would have tried it on in a size large, but they didn't have it. They had small, medium, and extra large. Extra large is way too big. Medium was fitted. Like, this is probably my true size. I don't even think I tried it on a small, but I don't want it to shrink. But anyway, I don't always go, kind of like I mentioned in my Ireland haul, I don't always go for collared shirts like this, but I was drawn to it, so like I'm gonna try it. You know, I have kind of found my style and what works for me. I have, and for me that seems to be more like almost like skater wear. You know what I mean? Like kind of dark, like almost slightly goth, a little bit like kind of more on the dark. Like I just like rock and roll. You know what I mean? I feel like that vibe kind of just tends to work for me, but I do like to wear yellow. I do like to wear lighter colors. Like I bought that peach shirt in Ireland from Penneys. I always want to say Penneys, but I feel funny when I say it, but it's not pennies, it's Penneys with a Penney. Yeah, so anyway, that. But then I also, these shorts I got from Ross. I also got another yellow shirt from Ross that I put away, that I've worn at least once, maybe a few times, but anyway, these shorts are from Ross. Okay, they look better on. I'm showing them to you here. They're not. They actually look pretty good on because they're cargo shorts, but they're a little bit. I think they're a little bit shorter. Like these shorts I'm wearing are longer, which I do like that look. These I think are a little bit shorter, but they're still very like. Okay, me holding them up like this is not doing them justice at all. It's not doing them justice at all. I think the only thing is when I walk, if I'm going to be walking for a while, my thumb hits on these pockets. I don't know. Anyway, I need to show you what these look like on because that did not do it justice. All right, I bought these shorts kind of with my Ireland trip in mind, but I didn't even take them there. So, but they are, I'm trying to get some shorts that are kind of shorter, like, you know, because right now it's very trendy for guys to wear shorter shorts. I'm not trying to wear like hot pants necessarily at this stage. Not like that's not exactly, you know, I'm not trying to go for that, but I think it is a cool look when guys wear shorts that are shorter, and it's like I want to participate in that trend as well. So these shorts, they look like, I feel like these look really short when I hold them up, but little like hoochie daddy shorts. They're kind of a gray navy color, $16.99. They're in a size small. Levi's, which sometimes I would go for small, but not always. But I feel like sometimes I get shorts that are too big, and then it's like I have balloons around my legs, and it's maybe a little bit more flattering. So those, okay, these worked out beautifully. These worked out just splendid. I bought 2 pairs. I've worn 1 pair already. That pair is in the wash. It's in the bin. This is the second pair I bought of the exact same thing, and I haven't worn these yet. But these shorts, these are so good. I don't know if it's going to do justice. These are so, like, it probably looks just like a normal pair of black shorts. But this brand from Ross, I think may have some other stuff in this brand. I don't know how to say that. But they're black cargo shorts. I wore these, again, this pair is new, but I bought 2 of the exact same pair. 1 pair I took to Ireland. This pair I have not worn yet. I've mentioned that in my last video. When I find something I really like a lot, I'll buy multiple of the same thing, same color. You know, I've done that and that's served me before. So these fit really well. I wore these with that peach shirt from Penneys, the Santorini with the cherries and the peach color shirt from Penneys, and I had my black leather jacket on over it, like true genuine leather. It was such a cool look. I felt very cool in what I was wearing. I took 2 pairs aside from my flip-flops that I wore, you know, like around the house or around the hotel, or like, you know, as my shower shoes or whatever. I took my tennis shoes, my brown Adidas tennis shoes, which are a little bit tight on my feet, as I discovered, for walking distances. I also took a pair of boots. I took a pair of my brown UGG Chelsea boots, which they're Uggs, so they have the fur, but you could, if I was going to like a nice place, I feel like I could wear them as kind of like a dressed up boot. I didn't wear those once, but I took them with me. Anyway, I felt cool in these. Okay, I'm not doing this justice at all. These are very nice. Okay, I have 1 more pair of pants, I think. I think this is it for pants. And then I'm going to show you some other kind of stuff, because I know that this can get, like, it's not doing it justice when I'm just showing you. So let me do these pair of pants, and then we'll move on. Again, this same brand, WXYZ. Is that how you say it? Oh, that is how you say it, I think, yeah. I got these in a size large. I actually put a picture of me wearing these on my Instagram stories, and they're comfortable, and I feel like they looked good. I feel like they just looked good. The fit of them, though, they're cargo pants. They're khaki, but it's like more of a gray, cool tone khaki, which I feel like warmer tones, usually I'm more warm tone, but sometimes cool tones kind of work with me, I feel like. But anyway, I felt really cool when I tried these on, and I haven't worn them yet. It's hot, it's summertime. I should have brought them with me to Ireland because I needed more pants. I was able to do wash one time, but I should have just brought more clothes. I was trying to not bring as many, but anyway, those pants from Ross. All right, so let me do this, then I'll show you, or here. I have a couple bags that I got from, one from Marshalls, one from TJ Maxx. These shoes are from Marshalls. I have not worn these yet, but these are very cool. Very, like, I don't know, very cool. Hopefully you can see. They're Adidas. I don't like how it says Climate Cool or Climate Control. Climate Cool. I don't like how it says that on there. I feel like that ruins it a little bit. I do. But I feel like these are very, like, okay, I know Balenciaga, we're not like really always super into it because of the controversy. I don't own any Balenciaga. I didn't own any Balenciaga prior to that, and I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna buy a designer, maybe I won't buy Balenciaga like after that. I know some people are starting to buy it again. I like the look of Balenciaga. I mean, they do have some stuff that's crazy, but a lot of their stuff I like the look of, but then there was the whole controversy. So I feel like, especially with me as someone who, I like designer things and I have an appreciation for designer things and I have a few designer things, but my comfort level is like Coach, you know what I mean? As far as like what I spend, the most I've ever spent on one single item was $1,000, just under $1,000. It was my MCN backpack, which was like $990 or something like that. I'm like, at that point, couldn't it just be like $1,000 just so I could say I did, you know, because I'm very technical. It was with tax and everything, it was over $1,000. But anyway, but that was like my biggest splurge, you know what I mean? So for someone like me, I'm like, if I'm gonna like invest in something designer, Balenciaga is not going to be my first choice, but I do like the look of a lot of the things Balenciaga has, like the city bag, and like I think they had or whatnot, a cool aesthetic at least. Some of their stuff is like can be ridiculous, but I don't know, some of even their ridiculous stuff I do like. Like I think they had a bag. It was like a Lay's chip bag, but it was like made out of leather or something, and it was like an actual bag that you could wear, like maybe a backpack, like one of those drawstring bags. I actually liked that. I actually did like that, but then I think shortly after they came out with it, that's when the controversy happened. I think so. Well, a lot of us just kind of stayed away, which again, even before that, I had stayed away just, you know, anyway, because my comfort level and what I buy price-wise was not at that level. But anyway, but these shoes kind of Balenciaga-esque, but they're not, so you know, it's kind of okay, or Yeezy or whatnot, but they kind of have the hard shell on the outside. They're Adidas. Okay, I thought these were just kind of cool looking. I have not worn them yet, but I thought these were very cool. Okay, so I was gonna say I got two, but obviously, yeah, two, you know, one shoe for each foot. All right, I'm going to show you these. I don't think I have shown, I'm thinking of other things I forgot to bring over. I don't think I've shown you these yet. I do not think that I've shown you these yet. These are a little tight for me though, but I saw these at Ross. I have worn these. They're a little bit tight. These are Quicksilver, I believe is the brand. I think it's the brand. Whatever this logo is. Okay, black sandals. They're kind of like the Birkenstock style sandals, and for me, I like wearing all black, but for whatever reason, if I was wearing black sandals, I did not like the way they looked on me. I felt like they looked, I couldn't exactly put my finger on it, but I just was not feeling the way they looked on me when they were black. But these I like, and I think I like them because they're a little bit more on the masculine side, which I like. I don't want a sandal to look like too feminine or anything like that. I think that's what my problem was, is like when I would try on a pair of like sandals in black, it would remind me of something like my second grade teacher would wear, and I'm like, that's not at all the vibe I am going for. But these, I think, with the straps, not that a woman couldn't wear a similar style to this, I'm not saying that, but I think these are a little bit more, these are more on the masculine side. So I tried them on and I'm like, okay, I feel good in these. And I think that that's the element, because it doesn't feel like your elementary school teacher is wearing these. Like, these are like a man's sandal, you know, or like they're more masculine edge. Like, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. They are a little bit tight though. They are a little bit tight. The rim around the edge, my feet are a little bit too wide. My feet are a little bit too wide. So it was probably a $14 mistake, or however much they cost, $16, I don't know. I wanted to try them. I always am like hopeful I'll stretch them out. I just don't know if that will stretch out. And I don't want my feet to like narrow in. I want the shoe to like conform to my foot. Anyway, I talk about that in several videos. I have one more pair of shoes to show you, but let me show you this first. This I just got today. This was from Marshall's. Brand Makers Group is the brand, all right? And this shirt, here, tuck the tags in. This I thought was kind of neat. Okay, so it looks simple from the front. It says Japan. What else does it say? Japan Racing Team. Something authentic brand. Okay, so kind of a neat little logo. It's kind of a gray color, kind of the same color scheme as one of the Lana t-shirts that I got. So this right here, size medium, but it's kind of the perfect element of oversized and fitted. And then the back, it's kind of cool. I don't even know what it says. I'll wear a shirt with something said on it, and people are like, oh, what does your shirt say? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, this Ikagi authentic brand. So that's the back. I do like the logo on the back. I think that is very neat. That is very cool. And then when I was in Ireland, me and my friend, we did go to a movie and we saw F1 with Brad Pitt. That was a neat movie. Like, that was actually a very cool movie. I don't know a whole lot about like all the elements of that kind of stuff, but it was a neat movie. So it kind of reminded me of that movie, and therefore kind of reminded me of the trip. All right. Let me do these shoes, and I'll show you a couple of bags that I got. So these shoes right here, these I just got today. These are size 11. So see, I'm finally learning, like, Sam, get size 11. And I don't know why. Like, they smell new. They don't smell stinky, but it's just that rubbery smell or whatnot. They're kind of like mock Birkenstocks, but look at this. They're kind of like businessman Birkenstocks. You know what I mean? Because, like, if I needed to wear a dressy shoe, but I wanted to wear like Birkenstocks, I thought this would be a good way to kind of like sneak it in, because you can just slide your foot into there and then you're fine. And the pants on your back of your pants will cover most of your heel if you need to be like sneaky, you know what I mean, to wear like your Birkenstocks into the office. I felt like this would be, anyway. I'm kind of into fall, like thinking of autumn. By the way, and this is not a big deal, but I scratched myself on the plane. I don't know why, but I was like itching, so I like clawed myself when I was on the plane flying over. So that's why I'm like, it's not even a bad cut. People just notice little stuff. So anyway, these shoes right here, yeah, these fit really well, and they are, I think they are, I tried them on, they are wide enough for my feet. Like, my feet are not crammed in at all, which is nice. So I like these. I can see myself wearing these. I have the Birkenstock Bostons in the same color, so part of me was like, okay, I have the Boston clogs in this similar color, so am I just unnecessarily buying a repeat thing? But they are quite different. I feel like I have worn the Birkenstocks Boston clogs in an office environment. I have snuck them in to wear them, you know, because I'm like, I just could not be bothered to put on regular shoes. But I feel like these might be a little bit more acceptable, maybe. I don't know. Either way, not that I'm going to wear these in the office or solely in the office, but I just thought these I can see myself wearing. I'm like looking at them right now as I'm talking. I can see myself wearing these as like a staple fall shoe, because I get hot very easily. So like, it's kind of nice that they're like opened, but then they can kind of be warm at the same time. So I'm excited about these. I think those were a good purchase for me. So Cushionaire is the brand of those. All right, and then 2 bags. So did I show you the bag that I took around with me the night we went out? Did I don't know if I showed that, but I usually had my backpack with me, my Hitch backpack, Coach. I would say 90% of the time, I didn't take it into Lana because in stadiums, there's size restrictions on bags. I saw people there with some big bags, so I'm like, how did they sneak it in? Because I could have brought my one bag with me, but I was just a little paranoid. I'm like, what if there's trouble? I don't want to have to I don't want to run into, you can't bring this in, it's too big, even though it would have been fun. Anyway, and then I also used a smaller bag one night when we were going out, you know what I mean? We went out and did something most every night, but there was one night where we especially went out, it was a little more party-ish, I guess you would say, one of our more party nights. And I did take my big backpack with me on one of the party kind of nights, but I'm like, okay, maybe next time I'll take the smaller one. So the next time we went out for a night like that, I took the smaller one. So anyway, but I got these two, not necessarily just as going out bags. Well, this one and then another one I'll show you. This one I liked. And see, basically this is Penguin. Penguin is the brand. I like this kind of material. If I had to live in a bag, I would love to sleep with this kind of material. It's just so nice. I just usually prefer this to cloth and suit. All right, it opens. Usually I don't like it when they open this wide because I feel like my stuff is going to fall out. But what I feel like I would kind of do is I would just open it this far and I would just work out of this right here. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit, I have the Patagonia Atom, I think it's the Patagonia Atom Sling, which is a similar size to this, but I thought, okay, I'll try this. Has a reinforced bottom. And I thought this is good to house my main stuff, my passport, wallet, if I have any keys. My hotel key would be I have a wallet on my phone as well, so it would usually be on that. But this would house my main things. And I thought if I was in the airport or going out, I could even potentially have this with me at the airport, and then it's still kind of small enough to where if I pack my backpack right, I might be able to put this into my regular backpack. That way, because you can only have one carry-on and one personal item, so 2 carry-on items basically on the plane. So I thought maybe I could just temporarily wear this when I'm at the airport. Then when I'm getting ready to board the plane, I could put this inside my main backpack, so then it would only be 2 bags. So maybe, might be kind of big for that, but if I pack it right, that's kind of my thought process. So this, plus I just liked it, has this compartment in the front, and then a little pocket on the back. And I would probably wear this in the front, and it's nice, it zips. So I feel like if I am out somewhere, I have wallet, passport, if you have any other little pouches or things like that your main things, they're right here, they're zipped up. I don't have to keep checking that they're there. I still probably would, but anyway, so that. And then another one kind of on the same theme. This I liked. I've seen this there before, but I'm like, Sam, you have so many bags and you have your main one that you wear. But this could be another. My going out bag was one of my Coach. It was the smaller hitch front sling bag, which I'll maybe show. I've shown, but maybe I'll show again. But this I thought was kind of neat. This is Adidas, and it says the brand with the 3 stripes, and then it also has it, I think that's in German, and then I think that's in French, maybe. I just like the different languages on it because I went to Ireland, and they speak Ireland in, or they speak Ireland. They speak English in Ireland, but they also speak, I think it's Gaelic, which is Ireland. So I don't know, even though I don't think this is the Irish language, I just appreciated the different languages. Anyway, but they had a few other slings like this that were similar. I thought about getting a couple, but this seemed to be my favorite. Okay, I know this lighting is kind of dark, but it kind of has the main compartment right here, your main compartment, and it's that material that I like, that nylon. What is it made out of? Let me see, polyester, 100% polyester, which I know they say polyester is bad, but it just, to me, is so comfortable feeling. It just feels comfortable. If I had to crawl up and go to sleep in a bag, I would be drawn to this material. So it has kind of the main pocket here. Okay, and I'll zip that back up. and then another pocket in the front that's pretty, it's smaller, but it's still pretty substantial. So I thought this might be good, like if you're at the airport and you want to put your passport and boarding pass maybe in this front pockets, and so that way you can zip it. You don't have to access the one with your main things, but it's still secure. And then they also has this, hopefully you can kind of see this other front pocket here with no zip, which I guess if, I don't know, maybe you could put your phone there. I always hold my phone. It has a little thing where you can hang it or hold it, and then one strap, and then another front pocket. But anyway, I thought this was kind of cool. So this could be a going out bag potentially, or I don't know. These two are kind of the same. I'm just in the bags, and so I got that. Do I have anything else to show you? Okay, so I'll show you this. I got this from Amazon. These are heat shrink tubes, and I put these, a lot of people will put these on their coach hang tags to stop the coach hang tags from falling off, because they can fall off sometimes really easily. So sometimes people will shrink wrap their coach hang tags onto the bag. I did put it around one coach hang tag, not attached to my bag, so I would have to attach it to another keychain to attach it to the bag. I didn't want it to like permanently hang from the bag. I mean, it's not permanent, you could take it off, but I wanted to be able to like change it in and out, because I kind of do that. But okay, if you remember me unboxing, this was like my constant companion when I was in Ireland. I just really enjoyed having this with me. A lot of times what I did is I carried I took this banana keychain and then this leather hang tag. I took these off and I carried so it was just the horse, this key ring, and then the keychain. So a lot of times I carried just the horse. What I did though, because this thing, I've had a few close calls where I've lost, or I didn't lose them, I still have them, but I had 2 close calls where one time I actually lost one of the charms, and fortunately we found it. I lost this banana charm, and then another time I had just the horse on and the horse came off. So I love this thing. I really like wearing this, but every time I wear it, I'm always so paranoid about the horse falling off. And so I've put one of those heat shrink tubes around this as well, which I'm leaving it like this for now. I kind of wish I put this leather hang tag in between the horse and the banana chain, kind of like that, because that way it would kind of soften these from like clinking on each other and having wear. But anyway, this is just the first time I did it, so this does seem like it holds it pretty well. So I have this hanging on my backpack today. And I wasn't really too nervous about it falling off or anything like that. I still always would like periodically check to make sure it's there. But anyway, that just, if you're traveling and you still want to hang it from your bag, these heat shrink tubes it's like a little insurance policy, or kind of gives you a little extra peace of mind. I still check on it, but that's kind of nice. I do like it. I like these other 2 charms, but I really even enjoy it with just the horse. I have this as like my constant companion just about the whole time I was there, and even still, I really like this a lot. I bought this specifically for my Ireland trip, not solely for my Ireland trip, but I bought it before my Ireland trip because I wanted to carry it with me in Ireland, and then plus just to carry it with me as I come back. So anyway, it's kind of neat when you have something that's with you, it's like with you on your travels, that you kind of carry into your life. You know what I mean? It just reminds me of my time before my trip, my time during my trip, and then my time after my trip. So anyway, I think that's all that I had to show for right now. So I'll keep you posted. I think I may go back to just posting most everything that I buy. Maybe should I do grocery stuff? I ran to the grocery store tonight, but anyway, let me know if you guys like this. Hopefully you do, because I do enjoy doing these. I don't want them to be too repetitive or too redundant, but I do kind of like them. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video, and until next time, I hope everyone has a good day. All right, adios, bye.